The worst part about making videos on the weekend is it really cuts down your view count. Because people have lives, they have better things to do than sit around the house and watch YouTube. I remember what that was like, barely. But when they do finally get back to the tube, it's a couple days later, and they're really not interested in what you did a couple of days ago. For the most part, people are only interested in what you might have done today. And the people that run these platforms, they know that. They've done their studies, they've crunched the numbers, they've ran their focus groups. Because let's not forget, they have an overall plan, a way they'd like to steer everything. The best analogy I've ran across is the frog analogy. You take this frog, you put it in a pan of hot water, and you slowly increase the temperature. And the frog gets accustomed to being in the hot water. And before he knows it, he's dinner. And that's how they steal our freedoms. A little bit at a time, gradually, hoping that we won't notice. Because the reality of it is, they don't have the balls to just come right out and do it. It's got to be sneaky. It's got to be underhanded. That's the art of deception, and something most people have to learn the hard way, especially females, is that deceptive people are cowards. Very rarely are they going to stand up to the things that they did, no less make an attempt to change. Instead, they're going to say something like, "Honey, I'm sorry, and it'll never happen again." And shortly later, it'll happen again. But we're all taught from an early age we're supposed to be loving and forgiving. But sooner or later, everyone has to learn the hard lesson that black eyes and ass whoopings are bad for your soul. And a change has to be made. So thinking that the deep state or these people or those people are going to suddenly reform and back off their position is a fool's errand. And by my estimation, they can't quit. Number one, because they're cowardice. And number two, because the people that run the show have committed too many crimes to get here. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. There's treason involved here. They were trying to build the same system that they talked about in Revelations, where you can't buy and sell, people don't have a voice, and so forth and so on. It's so obvious because in small portions or small ways, that's what they've been doing to the people who have been speaking out against it. And had someone else gotten elected, it'd already be a done deal. Their policies would have already been written into law, and if you didn't go along, you wasn't getting along. What I find hard to believe is how they think the American public is that stupid. I mean, I ain't no rocket scientist, but I figured this out right away when Hillary started talking about the things that she wanted to do if she was president. Let's not forget, it was Hillary Clinton who first floated the idea of shutting down the opposition on the right. I don't care who you are, what your name is, what you stand for. In this country, you should have a right to speak. Everybody in this country should have the right to say what is on their mind, what they're thinking, what their opinion is. And if it's wrong, we should have the right to point and laugh when they do. I suppose that would explain why they're so against free speech, though. Because their party isn't about logic, it's all about feelings. And when someone points and laughs at your stupid idea, I guess it hurts their feelings. Well, that's a real mature attitude to take, isn't it? Just because you don't like what someone said about your idea or your plan, you shut down their speech, make it so their opinions can't be heard, and you can go ahead with your stupid plan anyway? Sounds like the mentality of about a 8-year-old. So there we have it, folks. Go down to McDonald's, clear out the funhouse, grab a bunch of 8-year-olds that are only concerned about their feelings, and give them the power and authority to make laws and run your life. Sound like fun? Well, wait a minute. Maybe we're already experiencing that when the Democrats took over the House. Still think I shouldn't be talking about this stuff? Still think that nothing can be changed? I think that's the wrong attitude. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share, because the assholes that run this platform certainly aren't going to help me. They're on the other side. See you next time.